gentlemen, boys, girls, lickers, stickers, commenters, new subscribers, old subscribers, just generally everybody who watches these videos. Welcome back. So I've had an idea. It's always a dangerous conversation when I say that. So as nobody really knows, I had a spontaneous weekend away to Donegal. Me and my girlfriend Lisa decided, you know what, fuck it, let's go. So we went to Donegal, and absolutely lovely time. I probably would live out there if I had the money, just because the sparsity of people. But on one of our little adventures, we went to a place called Donegal. Now, it is a nice little place. It's not very much in the little place, but it was a nice place nonetheless. It had everything I needed. It had bars, it had restaurants, and it had good views. So when we were in Donegal, we found a little restaurant, I think a bar restaurant thing, called the Lobster Pot. Now, Lobster Pot was one of those little bars. It's just good food, good staff, great staff actually, and that's when it hit me. It's a video idea. They do lobster, of course, because it's called a lobster pot. It's obviously going to do lobster, and it says lobster season. It's probably easier to get lobster in lobster season. Blah blah blah. It's not a big deal. And I've seen a couple of people in the restaurant get the lobster, and it looked freaking amazing. So what I'm going to do is, for a video, I am literally going to drive, I think it's 135 mile for a lobster dinner at that restaurant. I don't know whether I'm going to do something crazy like in the middle of winter, because you do have to take the Glenshane Pass, which generally in the summer it snows there, like, so. But it was like €30 or something for a lobster. It wasn't overly expensive, so I am going to ride there and get a lobster dinner. Because content! It's always nice to think of things. So then I can plan them. And then execute them at some point in the year. Fucking. Probably because I wouldn't let him out. Then. So yeah, I think that would make a decent video. Something a bit more lighthearted and touristy. Plus, it gives me an excuse to go to Donegal and just drive around on some of their gnarly little roads. It should be a good laugh. I'll bring Lisa along too if she wants. See, and people say I don't think of content. I do. I think about it. It's just doing it is the problem. Just gotta get the content rolling. And if you're watching this and you haven't realised, I did do a donkey on a Tracer 9 GT, 2022 Tracer 9 GT, and it was absolutely great. But I like mine because it's got a fern. But yeah, I think if it did the lobster run, we'll call it something like that, it'd be genius. If I call it like the lobster run and it's 135 mile, that's allowing me 4 mile to get lost with. That is probably the furthest I have ever travelled for food. Like, I'm not rich, I just want to have a lobster. And this place gave me the nice feeling that they do a nice lobster. So I'm going to go there and get it. Which begs the question, for all those people who are still watching the video at this point, let me get it straight. How far have you ever travelled for food? Now, for something special, or, you know, you went on a Sunday run and ended up doing 200 miles and getting a burger, you know, how many miles was it, and what was it? Was it something interesting? Was it something that I should try? As always, like, comment, and if you haven't already, subscribe. I don't spam much. And as always, keep it lit. And if you can't keep it lit, you just have to think of something that's a good idea, or an idea of some description.
Incoming!